Hello, Road Fork Media crew. Just testing out. First time trying to videotape while on the bicycle. Yeah, it's been a good 2 weeks since I've been on the bike at all. I made quite a few changes to the bike. Suffering from some knee pain. Round about my birthday there, I was getting ready. I want to bike across the state, so I've been working up on miles and trying to work down on weight. And went out one day for 33 miles with about 38 pounds of random stuff just attached to my bike. And went pretty well. Didn't have any pain that day, or at least none that I noted. Next day was my birthday, and I got it in my mind that I wanted to bike a mile for every year old I am, which would be, about 30% more distance in one day than I'd done before, at least recent times. So I went out with that in mind, and that's what I was doing. Let's lock out the fork. Climbing a hill here. So I went out, had that in mind, and early on, I was feeling some knee discomfort. Not enough to stop, thought it would work through, So I kept going. And I biked. And I got my 53 miles. But I had knee discomfort the whole time. Next day, knees still sore. Not terrible. Went out and biked anyway. But I called it at 25 miles. Because just wasn't good. So next day I said, okay, give a little rest. I'll go walk instead. 5 mile walk. My knee seemed to be worse. I went ahead, took a couple days off. Rested up. Alternate ice and heat. Rub some creams. Magic creams on it. And so I was kind of off of it for probably on total about 4 days. And I went back for a ride. I think that first ride was only 17 miles. And it was aching. Next day I rode only 15 miles and I called it because I could tell it's just getting worse. So I did have a checkup scheduled right in there. So went there, told the doc-y, pushed around on it a bit to sit there and say, it doesn't look like there's any damage, but looks like it's the patella tendon that's inflamed, or, said the word arthritis. And told me to stay off of it for a week. I've been off of it for 2 weeks because it's just not gone. Is it better? Yeah, sure. But not gone. So, woo, through the tree. Been sitting here started doing stretches, tried yoga for a little bit there. That seemed to make it hurt more. So I just went to straight just stretches. Just trying to stretch out my quads, stretch out my hams a little bit, glutes. Was it the hip tensor flexor? I don't know, the outside band on your hip. So I've worked on those only the last couple days, really. Maybe 3 days of that. I don't know if it's helping. It just seems to be a noticeable ache after I use it. So I'm back on the bike. I noticed, started to gain weight back. Very easy to do. I also don't like not having that biking ritual every day. It kind of felt like, every day I was investing into myself. Trying to get stronger, trying to get more distance, and that, like a good American, I'm kind of down due to injury. I go for the credit card. Oh, I now have 160 cranks, or 165 cranks. I drop another 5. Now, I'm 6'2", but I wanted to decrease that circumference I'm pedaling, just to take some of that, angles off my knee. And I decided I'd go ahead and put some flats on. And that's mainly because, like I said, I want to go across the state, maybe 2 states. Main goal is to cross the Palouse to Cascade Trail. And I'm enticed by those people that are out on the long rides in sandals. Something you can walk around in afterwards. Something that lets a lot of air in. Most of my training's been in 30, 40, 50 degree weather. Cross over the mountains, I'm going to be dealing with 80 and 90 degree weather. Heaven forbid it's triple digits. So, yeah. Cool feet would be nice. So right now I'm out trying out all that new gear. Also changed the brake pads, so now I have really good rear brakes going for me. Still need to replace the front tire. It's not completely worn out, but it's the original tire with the bike. I don't know, it's probably got 5,000 miles on it or close to it, something like that. The last 2,500, well, a little over that, has all been pavement, so, which I assume would wear it faster than the dirt and roots, mud. My goal is 6,000 miles for the year. I really want to do a bike fit. Don't really want to pay for a bike fit. The cost of one kind of dropped that hint to the doctor when I was in there, like, hey, you know, bike fits should really be covered under your medical, because look at all the preventative issues it can save and prevent. So yeah, he just sort of chuckled, said, yeah, but no, hey, go see this physical therapist or whatever and get a bike fit done. I do want to get to where 30 to 70 miles in a day is doable. It's fine, you know. And if I've got a hill or some headwinds, 30 miles. I'm fine with it taking, 8 hours, but that's what I want to be able to get is, can I sit on my bike and put one leg in front of the other, one foot in front of the other for 8 hours of a day. So I'll tell you, so far on this trip, although I noticed my knee, it's not feeling bad. Yeah, there's something there, I can tell, but it's just not a pain yet. The smaller cranks, I'm not riding them back to back, so I don't even notice. I was going from 170 down to 165. So this little video too, besides testing out mounting a phone to my bicycle handlebar with stuff I had, and this microphone, see if anything sounds decent, see how terrible the wind noise is. I am noticing wearing Chacos, really Northwest slang, Chacos with socks, but hit my heel a few times on the chainstay. Don't seem to have a toes out. Maybe it's just because they're so much wider. Intersection of vehicles. All right, time to rest the hands. Look, Ma, no hands. It's a little nicer. Well, let's see. Turn the corner. That worked all right. Yeah, this ought to test the wind noise aspect, because I sure hear the wind. Kind of a beautiful day, low 50s right now. A little bit of stringy clouds, a little overcast. Nice flat light. Hello. Should probably get ready for the next intersection. So other things trying to get me ready for this bike ride. So I've always wore bike shorts with chamois. Right. My last one really wore out. It had one of those gel layers in it, and that had all come loose and wadded up, and I'd try to pull it apart and lay it out, in there. And by the time I got done with the ride, it would be wadded up someplace else. So knew I had to get those replaced. I just bought Amazon, no gel style, had good reviews, $60, and that, no Pearl Izumis. But I got them. I think I've worn them 3 times now. Absolutely hate them. Oh God, they're worse than the old ones with the gel that wads up. So I was pretty disgruntled with that and the waste of money and all. I searched around, what are bike packers doing? How are they handling it? And there's a lot saying wool underwear. Ditch the chamois. Those type of long days in the bike, the chamois becomes a sort of a detriment. I went, okay, well, maybe I should give that a try. Wool underwear is not cheap. And with my weight and all, it might not be the same result as Mr. 160 pound bike packer. So, it's a little hesitant there. I read this one person's post of just how much they love their ex officio underwear for bike packing. It's just so wonderful. Well, I have a pair of those. Use them for motorcycle travel. They're my favorite. They're my go-to. They don't have the hot spots on the seat. Breathe so well. Synthetic, not getting so stinky. So everything I love about them for motorcycling, I was like, yeah, give them a shot. Put them on. Went out there and went for, I don't know, 20-mile ride probably. And came back going, not perfect, but better than that new chamois bike shorts that I got for $60 off of Amazon. And I went, okay, this is worth trying to condition. So I've been wearing either those. I bought a new pair of ex officios, then found that I had 2 more pair in another box someplace, so got plenty of them now. The new one wasn't as nice as my old one, old style, for comfort on the bike. Just had the seam kind of right where I rub, right where I sit. Old ones were better for on that. But after putting, I don't know, probably 400 miles on the ex officios, I tried another pair of synthetic, I don't know, 32 Cool or some name like that. Ex officios were the better ones for me. I bought a pair of wool ones, and I've tried them out on, I don't know, 2-3 rides now, probably 3 rides. Not as comfortable as the ex officios. Maybe it's because the ex officios are well broken in. I mean, I've worn them a lot. Maybe it's just seam placement, heat, it could be. Although, you know, I'm not in hot weather. I'm biking in the 40s and 50s at this point. So, but yeah, I don't regret that purchase. Those are going to get used. Here I am, trying to condition myself to be a real bike packer. No chamois and in sandals. Okay, maybe a cliche bike packer. But hey, if it works, feels good, I like it. I don't want to be biking across the state when it's 110 degrees out. I also don't want to wait till September or heaven forbid October, because the longer I wait, the easier it'll be not to achieve it. And I've always had a dream of biking, well, bike packing, even since the 1980s. But never tried it. So of course, you know, I'll pick a good 300 miler over a mountain range. Although that's probably pretty tame. It's up a railroad grade, so you should have the mountains done in a day, on the first day. But yeah, not much of a camper, so yeah, that'll be interesting. Don't really want to pack a stove or things like that. This is definitely gonna have to have some time cut out of it, because dang, we're at 30 minutes of me rambling as I go.